Hey everybody, Stogie Farts here. I am smoking out of my Savinelli. Inside for the first time is some Dunhill 965. Very good, very smooth smoke. I'll eventually do a review on it. And I'm having one of my favorite beers, Pyramid Hefeweizen. Anyway, I actually have a story to tell you. Something that just happened to me yesterday. I'm gonna break this into a couple different pieces that I'll meld together. But my neighbor who lives behind me actually moved. He just up and moved. And his house is foreclosing, as a lot of places are in the country here in the USA. And anyway, he up and moved. So yesterday I'm sitting out here. I was actually barbecuing some food, getting ready to have a pipe. And I thought, well, let me go over there and take a look. And well, I'll show you what I saw. So I ended up coming over here like this, and I stood on this little chair. And I looked over the fence, and right over there where that little step is right there, I don't know if you could see it, but there was a little tiny dog. It was a little tiny black dog, and he was sitting there, looked so sad, and obviously was either left behind accidentally or on purpose, and I wasn't sure which. I knew they up and left pretty fast, so I thought maybe they left that dog there and forgot about it. Maybe they're coming back for it. I had no idea, but you could see the yard. Not too bad. And that's the house. So I felt bad for the dog. I gave it some food, which is over there on the side of the step, some water, and then my wife ended up bringing the dog here in the backyard. And here, I'll show you a clip really quick of the dog playing with Bentley. So at this point, we have this dog in our backyard, and we don't know what to do with it. We don't know if they're coming back. We don't know if they were cruel enough to leave a dog out and just abandon it with no food, no water. Now, I've known this guy, this neighbor, for the last few years. We've always been on good terms. In fact, when he lost his job, I said, how about I pay you to mow my lawn? So he would mow my front. I had him mow my front lawn and my back lawn. And I'd pay him $60 a month because I knew it would help him out, and at the same time, I wouldn't have to mow my own lawn, which is fine with me. But anyway, I had my wife put a note over there to say, look, just in case they come back, leave a note that says, hey, your dog is over in our backyard. Because for all I knew, they thought they had the dog with them at their new house and lost it. And maybe they're looking in that new neighborhood and not over here. I had no idea what was going on. Make a long story short, it turns out that I think they abandoned the dog. They came back to get their mail, and another neighbor saw them and said, hey, you better go next door because Stogie Farts, Jeff, has your dog. And the neighbor had told me after the fact he didn't think they were going to stop. They were just coming for the mail. But once they were put on notice that I had their dog, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, okay, let's go look for our dog. So they send their little daughter, who's probably about 7 years old, out of the car, knocks on my front door, and she says, do you have our dog? And I said, yeah, I have your dog. Let me go get it. And before I can even get the dog, the little girl says, do you want to keep her? And I said, what, keep her? Why, you don't want the dog? And she said, well, where we move, we can only have 2 dogs. And we already have our other 2 dogs. I said, so, then my mind starts racing. That was telling me right then and there they were just going to leave the dog and abandon it. And the only reason why they came to my door is because my neighbor told them, hey, they've got your dog, So, anyway, I said, no, I already have Bentley. What am I going to do with another dog? Boops! Don't ride the bike around here, please. So anyway, where was I? So I went and got the dog. I gave it to the girl. I said, are you gonna put it in the pound, or what are you gonna do? And she's like, oh no, we won't put it in the pound. That's how she talks. Oh no. So I said, okay, because if you're gonna put it in the pound, they'll probably, euthanize it. And the dog is so cute, as you saw in that video. So I just said, if you're going to put it in the pound, let me know, and then maybe I'll figure out something. But I really am not looking to have a second dog right now. And so, long story short, I gave her the dog. They took off. And then last night, I have these dreams, and I'm telling my friend, that was over here smoking. I said, did I do the right thing? Did I just give a dog back into a really bad situation? I don't know. I don't want to lose sleep over it, but at the same time, And the other dilemma I have is, if I believe in my heart that this neighbor was going to abandon the dog, do I continue to pay him now to mow my lawn? I'm kind of in a dilemma. What would you guys do? Would you guys, I want to say, if I know for a fact that this guy left his dog, then I do not want to pay him any money. I don't want to benefit him in any way, because that's just the wrong thing to do. At the same time, I don't know for a fact that that's what he was going to do. I don't want to believe that he was going to do that, because he's always been a nice guy to me the whole time I've known him. So I don't know. That's kind of what's been happening lately. So I'm interested in seeing your thoughts. And sorry this video was so long. But anyway, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and one more thing.